My name is Nicole. I'm a Chinese, but I'm a total opposition to the Chinese Communist Party. I was born and grew up in communist China. About 20 years ago, I fled the Tiananmen Square and came to the United States of America as a student. I got my master's degree, and I started working for corporate America and U.S. federal government. Life is good in America, but having a good life does not make me feel safe anymore, because I fear the country that I love is becoming the country that I fled. In a free capitalist society, the Chinese Communist Party has bought out America's most valuable asset, from Wall Street to Main Street, from Hollywood to NBA, from Silicon Valley to North Dakota's farmland, from mainstream media to social media. And even worse, Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover of Twitter is financed by the CCP money. The CCP's enemy number one, Mr. Miles Guo, had his personal account permanently suspended by Twitter a few years ago. The Chinese dissidents had already been canceled out by CCP in China. We had never imagined being canceled here in the United States of America. No one knows better about the danger of communism than the survivors of the Chinese Communist Party. We're the survivors of the Cultural Revolution. We're the survivors of the Tiananmen Massacre. We're the survivors of the labor's concentration camp and the genocide. And we know that the only thing worse than the CCP in China is a CCP in America. The CCP does not fear the US government, the US media, or any major institution. What it fears the most is we, the people. The deplorables, the chumps, the Chinese dissidents who are putting their lives on the line, fighting for freedom every day. Thank you. America is one nation under God. And the CCP might have owned Wall Street, NBA, Hollywood. But the last thing we should allow the CCP to own is America's courthouses, America's justice system, and America's rule of law. I believe in the US Constitution, but can the US Constitution save America from communism? Let's heed the warning by John Adams, your founding father. Our Constitution is only made for moral and religious people. It's wholly inadequate to government of any other. America is one nation under God. If you don't believe God, you will be bought out by the CCP. If you don't believe in God, you will lose this country. Thank you. Take down the CCP. America has two major political parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. If we don't take down the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party will become the only ruling party in this country, and the party of Xi Jinping will become your permanent dictatorship for life. Wake up, America. From the Tiananmen Square in China to the Freedom Square in America, it's been a long journey for me to be here. It's a journey to freedom, But that's not the end of it. It is just the beginning. I joined the Chinese whistleblower movement and became a member of the new Federal State of China, founded by CCP's enemy number one, Mr. Mao Guo. You saw him in that brilliant video. He's the most persecuted Chinese dissident in America by America's mainstream media. The new Federal State of China models itself after the United States of America. And even better, it combines the beauty from the East and the West. It's deeply rooted in the Chinese people's hopes and dreams for freedom, for rule of law, and built upon America's great experiment. The new Federal State of China will end the world's largest ever slavery on the face of the earth, empowered by America's cooperation, by America's Wall Street and big tech. Thank you. Thank you, America. So to me, America first means we must take down the CCP first in America, and America's greatness only begins again. When the CCP ends here, America will not be free until we end the Chinese slavery, empowered and enabled by America's cooperation, Wall Street and big tech. So join us. Let's take down the Chinese Communist Party.